actually very viable. Nobody seems to be truly the
I think it's gonna be max, chat. Let me know.
As far as results
It
go.
seems
The
so
games
fine.
we
If
play
anything,
have
it seems a
proven
little
to
bit
be very
low
strong,
still.
showing that the whole Pacific region has a lot of promise.
That's right. Everyone is improving, and we are starting.
Okay, GenG on
with this
defense,
double
Talon on
controller
attack.
setup from
Triple
GenG.
frenzy.
We know how strong they can be on the defensive side, especially with King on this Viper.
Okay,
but
straight up.
they
This is nice
showing
from
a lot of
Talon.
promise the way
Instant
that
question
they're
mark.
pushing out of A
Right,
main right
but
now. If
the
they can
decision
find Fox,
was
that'll
to
be a
int
good
to go
pickup.
back.
Yeah, this is
Once
obviously
they
a very
did that.
important pistol round here for
GenG
Talon, especially since they
wanting
are
to get
viewed
some
as
map
basically
control
the weaker
late,
team.
crunch
Get a head
towards
start, that would be
bottom.
huge, but it does seem like we're going to see Fox just get pinned.
That's nice.
drops
Let's see
him
what the
easily.
reaction is instantly.
And that means that we're going to see a spill
Pushing
in
over towards
here
side. They didn't
towards
see
A
everyone,
just from
so they don't know
satellites.
about
Talon will
numbers.
be able to plant the spike with ease,
But they
and
have
it's gonna be
no
up to
map
GenG
control.
to
But
try to
also
take
at
a
the same
retake.
time,
That's
this
right.
is
Talon has to
huge.
quickly go
Keeping
in for that
dish
post-plant
and
position
taking
setup
sands.
because GenG
Oh man,
has
he
numbers
did
right
so
now.
good.
Jitboy's getting quick double.
He did
It's a
so
big
good, huh?
Yeah, this is very doable with Jitboy's getting that double kill. Lingering over here just outside A long. It looks like they want to try to pounce in. They're going to smoke out the northern part of the A site. We've got Pat here ready with the stun. Garnett's going to push in.
Nade
Pat
is
does
good.
drop TS, and
Yeah.
Goddead's out of the picture, leaving only King left with half HP.
Nice pistol from them. Honestly, a lot of this was Jitboy's. The thing that I liked the most out of all of this was just the amount of space that they took. Right, they got over towards the side. They knew that they crunched towards the bottom. Again, they didn't know with numbers, but we took a bit of a risk taking sands, and they took back over towards dish. So
That's right. I mean, when it comes
that
down
was
to
nice.
this, it's timing from
Yeah, that
Jitboy.
kill, that was
This
it.
guy was the
Literally,
MVP of the
those
night,
kills
I
over
think.
towards sand. That
He
was
got
it.
those 2 frags. He held GenG at bay, allowed for Cruz as well as his teammate to get into position where they set up for those post plants.
In terms of what they're buying,
Perfect timing on
Damn,
volley. Just kind of
4
pushed GenG
rifles
off
into
for a
this
second.
one. I mean, this is costly. This is costly, and yeah, let's see how much damage they do. It's definitely heavier into the rifles than pretty much every team that I've seen so far.
Swing this up and build momentum going into round 3.
You know, they got so many guns, big weapons. They don't want to lose those too early. So a bit of a default, but GenG have the discipline as well. So it's actually kind of up to Talon to poke and push towards a single site.
Yeah, they're going to have to find an opening first. TS is still waiting. He could take a shot, maybe even... well, hold on. He's going to be driven right back out.
Damn. Oh, they
More
separated.
shots in there. They have not managed to make any progress, though, and it looks like they may, in
Hill
fact,
comes in.
seesaw back
They get a
out
good
and
map
over
from the hill.
towards B side.
Garnet and Patty both got
Yeah,
low.
it's been completely smoked off thanks to TS's dark cover. So Talon,
We-
kind of getting funneled
I can
over to
definitely
the
take
other
that
side, so
delay
playing
thing off.
into GenG's
There's no delay,
team,
I
but
promise.
They do have the better firepower, so if they can find the right entry, this site should be there.
Okay, they're going to come forward here. The Viper wall is going to go back up. Paint shells are going to come out. It's a very retracted position here. Goddead up in 2, but shot down immediately by Garnets.
It's a nice name.
Team is going to have to scramble to get around here. It should be an easy site plan here.
What the hell is that camera?
From behind.
Boys with a great lurk there. It turns out to be a bit of a trade-off. Once again, the same story.
King.
King all alone, but this might be the time he can take it.
Oh
And
boy,
he does.
got the molly
A
out.
big
King on the King
recovery
did
there
great
from
in the
GenG.
1v2.
This is gonna be
Yeah, they were
tied up
just
1-1,
chipping
and
away at
let's
them,
not
even
forget,
with the
that
hill.
was an
And they bought
extremely
so many
expensive round
rifles
there
into
for
this.
Talon.
That's right, they bought up 2
damn.
rifles, Tasteless. I
Really
don't
nice
know
shots from
how
him.
They kind of lost that.
That's wild.
He honestly, he's
The
looking like
truth
the best
is
form he's
that,
ever
you know,
been
it would've
in,
been better
from what
had
I've
GenG
seen.
kept more of
I
the
haven't
players alive
kept
and
up
farm out
with
more
this
guns,
region
regardless,
too
that's
much,
a big,
but obviously Vision
pivot
Strikers,
here. I mean,
everyone
and
was
how
watching
this
this stuff
whole,
at the beginning.
back and forth is
He was
looking.
always very
Two
good,
things, I think, really,
but
is
he's looking like
lucky and also just Meteor
looking
as
like
well
the
as
best
King
I've
and
seen
their
him.
positioning. Meteor, first of all, threw that paint shells at best time.
What was this camera?
Throw Talon
That's
off.
what I wanna know. What was this Cypher camera?
And then King up by Tower.
That
which
looked
kinda
kinda
left
cool.
unchecked, getting those sheriff shots as we know him to do. It's incredibly strong, and it gives GenG.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for it at one point.
Okay, we go now into round 3. Obviously,
Shady Rogue, thank you so much,
scuffed
mate.
round
2 months in the
Talon
Slug Club.
with
Appreciate
good
you.
pistols.
Chat, let's get some slugs in.
Ghost is as good
For
as you're gonna
Shady.
get right now.
Thank you for the support, mate. Oh no,
Fox,
not like this.
and what is already
Not
been
one of
such a
these
back and
games.
forth. I know we're
Yesterday
only 3
was
rounds in, it's really
non-stop
exciting. Looks
thrifties.
like they may be selling
And,
A-site pretty
okay.
well, but regardless,
At
they're
least
gonna
deal with this.
seesaw
They
back
know
over
there's a
there, so
gun
we may
down. They
have
want to try and
another
overwhelm,
engagement
get the
kind of
guns.
reset this whole
GenG,
thing
same
here in
thing.
A.
No, there's a gun
We're just
down.
looking for guns,
Really
Stace.
would like to
There's
protect
one
this and make
really
sure that
pretty
it
one on
doesn't
the
get into the
ground.
hands.
It's the Radiant entertainment system, but no.
Nade was great.
GenG looking too good.
And the
in a
good thing about
flurry of
that is
bullets,
Meteor
they
gets
close
his
that
all
out
into
with the
this
second
round.
win here in
So
round 3.
yeah, this is
Obviously an expected loss there for Talon, especially when they bought hard in round 2.
This is nice. My hair looks good, man. It's just, mate, it's
That's
just
right.
get out of bed. It is what it
Just
is.
firing their guns off the arcade screen and reload.
In all seriousness,
But I appreciate it,
was
thank
kind
you.
of impressive that Fox got the double dink with a classic out of the smoke too. But after that, well, maybe call it a little bit of greed. Greed is good. You're going for the Phantom, and of course, GenG's
Okay.
players are on the other side.
Really,
of that.
really nice.
Everyone
Good round
kind
for
of
them.
thrust
Meteor
into
as
the
well,
show.
getting the ult into this all-important round.
Yeah,
Okay.
And speaking of the ult, they clear the bottom side with it. So bottom side goes in. Just checking there's no one here. They get a lot of info. Until this trip gets broken, they don't really know about it. Now they do. They take underpass.
That's
Oh, we
right.
only have one person holding this.
Well, we do have players such as King
Oh, it's
and,
massive though.
God Dead just holding up from bench area.
Yeah.
So it's still useful. They already know that Talon aren't on the other side of the map, on the bridge side of the map. So just kind of
With the info that we saw here, Raze came back.
to make a move. They know that
Raze is now
there's
just
a bit of
watching the
noise
wires.
towards the tunnel.
Gonna see nothing too wild.
Farm out the orb over there.
Cruz with the orb
Viper Wall will come back up.
gets his ult. So
But honestly,
now there's
I
a
mean,
big
it's
ult
a
for
very
both of these teams.
impregnable
Well,
position here.
there was.
Over on
GenG
the B
used
side.
this.
They're gonna send some flashes,
Massive
send some
retake of
noise
B,
down into
but we also
A
have the retake wall.
to generate a distraction. But it looks like Garnett's is gonna be the first one to get onto site. Jip Boy's
Retake
in here
wall
as
and
well, as
retake
this is all gonna
smoke.
come down to a retake here from GenG.
So they're trying to do this smoke here to stop them planting, or at least the smoke goes up and they can get the spam a little bit easier.
To kind of throw
It's
GenG
interesting.
off.
We've got the Cypher ulti out here as well.
Yeah,
Ready
you got
with
Molly and you got Brim ult, so they got to go real fast. But they
GenG
understand
gonna
this.
start to push
This is
in
very
right
nice from
now.
them, going instantly over
This is
towards
gonna
the
be a
site.
very
The
tough
ult's been
retake here.
caused. They realize that they have to try and tap this
Very
as fast as
nice.
possible. They do tap it.
King trades out there as
That,
Jip Boy
then
takes
in
him
goes
out.
the ult. Molly's gone
Oh,
also.
and this is going to be it, I think. Just TS alone here. There's just no
He has a
way I think
smoke,
it's
so he
even
can create
possible to
pressure.
get this diffused. The Molly's already on. Just not giving him a lot of time. And the spread is basically perfect here. So this is likely going to be a 2-2 closeout.
Yeah, just
Again, nicely
take
handled
as
from
much
Talon.
time as possible,
This is very good.
force TS into an uncomfortable
I wonder if
spot,
GenG in
and
the
then
future are going to try and fight site a bit heavier.
I mean, this is kind of
They-
classic Valorant that we have.
They
and
didn't really
also
have,
Talon just trying to
in
read
my
the
mind,
situation,
like
right?
in my personal
We
opinion,
already
they
heard
didn't
the
really have
showstopper
the
on other
util
side of the map.
to
We saw where they were, just peeking outside of
play
tunnel.
full off
So,
site.
a slow and steady approach because GenG gave them a lot
But
of
I mean, they made
space
it
to
close.
Sneak up onto the site.
They
At the
at
same
least
time,
gave
Jip
themselves
Boys
a
with the
good
great
chance into it.
positioning to kind of wrap around
They
the
went
back,
relatively
lurk behind
fast.
corners, to find a couple of players. from
So I like
GenG.
this wall from King. It's honestly
This has
not
been
too bad.
so close so
I'm
far.
not
Love
sure.
to see it.
Like
Talon
it's
is
definitely
able to hold their own
multi-purpose. It's
so
pretty
far
cool. You
here.
get them worried about this area. You can
This
definitely
time
clear
around,
that
again,
camera
more
pretty
pressure
early.
building up over
I
towards
like
the B.
that.
The paranoia comes out
So you can
blinding
create
and
big question
ultimately
mark here.
sandbagging the
You can kind of
progress.
lurk down.
Made over there, but a
It's good
push
for
out here,
retake, and it's
Fox
good for
traded out,
covering
does
the
get a kill
spike
there, but Meteor
if they
returns the
plant here.
favor.
So yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all.
I mean, GenG starting to get a little bit aggressive. Jip Boy's just kind of tampering with that.
Jip Boy's just going to wrap around the Viper wall here now.
Does this map
Spike
need
is
two
quietly
controllers?
gonna get shuttled
No,
up to the
but
top of
the Viper's definitely nice.
very top
Man,
of
that
the
pause
map
is
here.
so
Jip Boy's-
strong.
Jip Boy's is on fire, by the way. He just keeps getting pick after pick
Yeah,
after
the balls
pick.
are just
King is
really,
now
really
gone.
strong.
2-4
2-4 on top of this for GenG, so
jumping on to A, but they're
it's a
actually
massive
gonna
round.
have
I mean,
to
this is
beat us.
just a
Maybe
massive
an
round in
opportunity
general. I
here,
probably
but
should have
that
built
play's
this
gonna
one
be
up a
good
bit more.
GenG. Oh,
Damn,
it
that's a
is.
nice reply. Oh my
Bit of a
goodness,
misread
it
from
really
Talon. Yeah,
crumbled
that's
fast.
bad. Yeah, it's funny. You see,
Yeah, it really
we
crumbled fast.
already,
In the 3v4, it was
had them
nice to
ready
see
to go
that
into
they
A
went
and then
super
pull
aggro,
around.
and I love to see this as well. They got the
Now it's all
spike,
up
don't
to
want to
Cruz.
overpeak too much.
1-on-3.
Got the
I
info,
mean, he
just
has
full
to
back
find
play
those
it as a
heads because
3.
if not, that
And
spike
just
is
make
as good as
sure
gone.
this
You've got
isn't
20
winnable.
seconds left,
He has a
and
smoke,
it's
but
Seth here
you're not going to be able
play
to
with.
block all of this
The
vision.
best you could do is to just flush some of them out of position, but I think he's got a save here, dude.
Oh, I mean, I think there's no hope right now.
The Omen?
Better
The
to have a
Omen's,
Vandal in
yeah,
the
it's...
next phase here. 5 seconds left. This is going to be a quiet ending.
I get what
here.
you
Will
mean.
be the third round win here. for GenG.
Definitely, if you want to be
In
the
a round,
most
I honestly
impressed with
think
it, I
Talon's
think
been a little
it's
bit better. You
Na'Vi
mentioned earlier,
games.
Quack, it seemed
Like
it was a bit
Na'Vi
of a
make it
bad
look
read
good.
to pull away from A.
Yeah, because they had the numbers advantage. It would have been better for them to just.
But I definitely like
maybe
the
go in with confidence to
definitely like the
overwhelm
after
the forces
plant
of GenG, or to go
potential
to
that
the
you have with
vacant
Brim.
site, but instead,
The after
they
plant
kinda faced
potential
GenG
and
head
just
on,
the fact
not
that you can
knowing
do
that
the
they were
fast
there.
A.
So
That's
GenG
why
actually
I
got the
like
drop
it a
on them
lot.
and took out 2 players,
Right, you can actually just
which,
split from
really
one side
caused
instantly.
Talon's chances of winning that round to dwindle.
And now we go into a
What do I
weird
prefer?
round
I think
here
I
for
prefer
Talon.
Brim just
You know,
because
they
of
can't really
what I
afford
said,
anything,
right?
but they
The
do have
fast and
Cruise
the
right
after
now
plant.
with the Vandal. They might try to look for a pick and then
But
start to
I'm
carve
quite
out
a
guns.
I like Brim
You
a lot
gotta know
anyway.
that GenG's going to be ready for that.
Yeah, and GenG are starting to push out more and more.
Okay, so that round that we said earlier, big round, big swing round.
Talon.
GenG decided to change up the wall, went 3 aggro, and yeah, as soon as they see 3 of them, they decide to go. God Dead might just let them get the gun here.
God Dead with a pop flash comes out, doesn't find the
He
target.
now just needs to stay
Gonna
alive.
wrap around to the other side of the tunnel here.
Okay.
Oh, they're
Oh,
starting to do it. Garnets gets another.
yeah, there's some damage done here though.
Oh boy.
God Dead's so good right now. He's going to be hit from both sides.
Mate,
Gets
he's an
one.
absolute savior. He really
He
is.
might be able to just carry this whole round. This is insane.
Just biding for time
Interested
right now, because
that,
that's all they need to do. They know that
did he
Talon
popped
doesn't
his
have
ult here?
guns. If anything, the spike is down and
Yeah,
Talon
the
has to
damage
push
was
them.
really nicely done here.
So God Dead's
God
just
Dead
waiting,
back to back,
waiting.
absolute hero.
Did hear some
Absolute
zip line
hero in both of those rounds.
Fishing. We're reeling some fishing.
Oh, Cruz is so low.
Wait,
God
they're
Dead at
both
12
they're
HP.
both.
Oh my God.
Everyone's
oh,
low.
Beautiful spray.
Okay,
That's
comms
gonna
came
be
in
it.
with how low they were
Very
for sure.
close round back there, an
Yeah,
exciting
this
one
was
to
a
see.
very close round.
You can
Talon
see
should be
Talon
happy with
almost
this.
had it.
Gonna feel a
Yeah,
little
they
bit
were
gutted
almost
that they
coming
didn't
out.
win
They
the
got
round when
into
they were on
the
12 and
B
18
site.
HP. But
They
either way,
managed to
it was
get
a
the
really
second
nice
gun.
eco.
They were starting to make it work.
Panic
A lot of that
ulted,
was
yeah.
the
I was
patience
wondering
of
if he
God
thought that
Dead
the
inside
spike
of
was
two,
planted just because of
and basically
the
just not letting them get the position
because
they
of
needed.
That's
the
right. I gotta say, I'm
visual
loving
bug.
this look from Talon, where
or maybe it was
if they
just okay.
sense that
On his
GenG's
screen, we just saw the
pushing out
replay
from
then. On his
main,
screen, we didn't have the
B-side
visual
is
bug.
probably less reinforced,
You know where
so
it's
we
like
can
so
just
close
rush
to being
it in,
planted that it looks like
sometimes
it's
that works. They managed to find a couple players from GenG.
looks like it's
What
in.
really
We had it
happened,
on
though,
the
was
spec.
that I think GenG used that rolling thunder from Eco to really
Okay,
push
either
them
way,
off the spike
insane
plan,
impact of the
and that's
moment.
how they
God Dead
managed to
is
stop
is
the
MVP so
spike
far.
from going
Obviously,
down, but
King
now
had that really
Talon
important round, but
trying to
those two
progress.
back to
They have
back
the guns. God
means
Dead
that they
has
can
the
keep their money
information,
good.
so
Means that they can actually buy into these rounds. So
GenG should be coming
it's
up
huge.
pretty soon.
TS waiting patiently. Spots that little yellow cap and
Holy
shoots it
hell,
right
nice
off.
shot.
Great
Garnets is
information.
gone. So they've already dropped one. They haven't really made any progress on a B just yet. The setup here on B, by the way, looking pretty good. Is Talon going to go for it?
That's right. I mean, now TS is repositioned as well. We've got Goddet still up in tower. He might have a shorty to play with as well, so it's going to be really difficult for Talon to challenge this. If anything, this rolling thunder will push them off, give them a little bit
KO
of
nade.
space, a little bit of an initiative.
Should
If
stop
they can
them from
find while they
pushing.
are stunned, that would be great.
Bruce gets one.
There it
Damn,
is.
nicely handled
Fox
from
gets
Talon.
another. GenG needs to fight back for this one. They could lose control of the momentum they had already built up.
Nice
Oh,
shots
Bruce,
as well.
it's insane.
Already knows where they're
Yeah,
going to
this is
show
good.
up from, so he's just playing with that angle. Now TS, the only one stuck. They know where he is as well.
Really good.
Okay, that's gonna
nicely
be
done.
it. Boys gets that
Nicely
kill.
done on this.
It's neck and neck right now. Beautiful round here from Talon. I gotta say, I think this
The
could
new
be
emotes,
a
yeah, they
very
look really
long
good.
and dramatic.
They look really,
best
really
of
good.
3 that we've got. This is looking like an even match. You know, some teams it takes a little bit longer than others to really acclimate to the stage and to find a new country. and to just
Mate, I
get
have
used to
no
the
idea about
pressure,
Talon, to be honest with
you're
you.
under, and it seems like
I
Talon's
have
one of
no
those,
idea
'cause
about
they're
this
hanging
team.
with the very best we
Even
have
though
out
I've
here in
watched
Korea.
loads of this
Yeah, I
team,
think
still
as
I'm
the
still
weeks go
just
on,
I don't
they're starting
even
to
I don't
just
even know what roles people
Become a
should
little
be
bit
on.
unraveled, you know, like
They
the
just-
weights have come off.
This
They're
whole
showing
team
their
is a
true
mystery
strength.
to me.
I love that
It really is.
Cruz wasn't backing down when he was playing up against the ropes, but now a bit of a push towards Dish. They know that GenG does not have the weaponry.
Yeah, TS tries for the pick there, can't get in. Now we're gonna have
Yeah,
all
because
of
we had so
the
many close
A-site
rounds,
smoke, so it's gonna
and
be up
they
to
finally
GenG
get their money
to
down.
try to figure out some kind of a
All
retake.
3 Brim
Looks
smokes
to be a
used
pretty
to
impossible
cut off the
round
site.
A
We've got
here.
nothing for this.
Talon
Map
probably
control
has
really
it.
important, and they have so much of
And
it. Should be
Foster's
impossible for
lurking.
GenG to retake.
If he hears
The
door
good
and he
news for
pushes at the
GenG
right
is they
time,
have
it might be
ults.
okay.
Bad news is it's probably not gonna be using
Everyone's
them.
holed up by Dish right now, or drop, excuse me. So it's
That
kind
was
of up
sick.
to GenG,
That
but
was
team
Nice.
plays.
Yeah, they're
that
doing
was
good.
so good.
Yeah, that was really nice. The flash to open.
All right. It's going to be up to the remainder of the GenG players to try to get something. something done. We do have Meteor there on site, but getting wall banked pretty badly. It looks like
the thing that I'm worried for GenG at the moment is if I look at their rounds,
things continue to heat up.
apart from the eco, it was a King hero round, then it was God Dead hero round, then it was God Dead hero round again in terms of getting their 2k 2k, and that's not reliable. Like that's not reliable enough. Like I think Talon look a little bit better at the moment on this map. I know that it's we'll wait and see it at half and then when they switch.
But
But
struggling to really get a good read because they're never quite sure when Talon is pushing or pulling. At times maybe they find a bit of a lurk, but then that causes their defenses to weaken because they have to spend resources, they have to spend units to kind of push out on other parts.
yeah, they do 6-pass
Yeah,
rounds.
that's
So.
right. The first timeout has actually been called, and this time it's by GenG. I do want to point out, I thought a timeout was going to come a little bit sooner from one of these teams, but they've economized this nicely, I think.
Do I know what the tie breaks are? Not really. It's probably head-to-head, then round difference, right? Or is it head-to-head, maps, and then round difference?
That much more left
I'm not sure. Normally there's some. Normally it's the complete opposite of what I expect, and there's some weird rules.
That first half with a healthy lead, but Talon is fighting back very well. Talon, by the way, looking really good in a lot of these rounds where they are really in a bad position.
Yes.
With poor weaponry, or taking the pistol round at the very start against a team as good as GenG. Interesting to see.
I mean, you really have to consider the fact that GenG,
Today TSM lost a 10-2 lead on buy in defense, including a 1v3 clutch by Vernet in overtime by knifing someone.
Struggled a little bit against DFM, and in most of these maps,
That game sounds wild.
But today, he's actually on top. Today,
Okay.
King is the one on top.
This one,
And I think that's
massive
because
round.
Talon started to
Massive
recognize
round.
the fact
Talon
that
have a lot
this
of
is how
money.
GenG plays. We know where
A
these players are
lot
gonna
of money. It's
position.
actually crazy with those rounds that we just saw.
Now,
We have a big trap. Nade goes in,
Immediately
and
Garnet. Big play
the
there,
thing
taking out
with
three.
this play, and like Garnets did great.
This is a nightmare here
But
for TS,
what an
and God
off.
Dead as the other half of the team wasn't able to control that position.
What an off was
And
the
now you have
play
to
that they
imagine
were
this is
like?
gonna be
What
an
was the
easy closer
contact
here
here?
in round 9, bringing Talon up to 5-4.
It was like a
and it was just
contact
the
play
perfect
and
set
shot.
play. You had the
You had a
front line, the
stun.
H-shells
You
pushed
had
out of
a
position.
you had a
Anywhere
nade
the
that was
GenG
going to
moved,
go
they
in,
would be
but
stunned, and it just sets up for Garnet's
what is the
find perfect
actual
headshots.
contact? Like, what's
So
the
rest of them are
what's
gonna
the
save now from
what's the
GenG.
go
TS
signal
managing
here?
to find one pick, but they have to back off.
I didn't see anything.
Oh my God, is Talon really hunting?
Like they don't have any.
Yeah, they're out here
That
for the
felt
kill.
really weird.
And they get one. Oh my God, it's just going to be
it gonna
TS
be
left
Ace?
over. They know right where he is. Pat very low.
Garnet's is online for the ace. Oh, he's just trying to survive as hard as he can.
He's
Using
just
the
trying to
dark
save
cover
his
to block
gun.
it off as well, but here comes.
Come on,
Oh,
sure
TS
he's.
gets 2. Got to be careful with that advantage that you have. He is going to be able to take that Vandal into the next round, and honestly, bleeding off those 2 players at the end there, what looked like it was going to be a very one-sided win became a much closer one.
Garnet's face was the go
Man,
signal.
Talon
Yeah,
is fighting back.
I guess.
very
Yeah, I
nicely.
guess so.
I mean, let's look at this play again.
I mean, he did
Fault line
just beat
push
the
from
stun.
GenG doesn't really work out.
He literally
Garnet's
just beat the stun. Their stun was good. It was really nice
Yeah, I
from
mean,
him.
very
Honestly,
good
now I see it from him.
instinct
His
there,
POV
that push
looks a
out.
lot better than I thought. But
Bit of an
it's
unfortunate
also
ending
like
there,
I
but
still
they
don't
are
get the
now
go
in
signal
lead
right.
here, without
The
much
fact that
more
there is
left.
no info means that this kind of stuff can
Gonna be
happen
another
and they
round
can
here.
beat
GenG
the
needs to
stun.
try to
So
stabilize and not let them get this site in here. We've got the Viper's pit coming down. to
didn't
make this just an
seem there was
undesirable
nothing
position to
consistent
push
about that.
into.
still
Talon look way better at the
put
moment.
it past Talon just to
Like I'm looking into these rounds
be
thinking
discouraged
GenG are
from
lucky
pushing
to have
past this
4.
Viper's pit. It's only one player that's here. Of course, Talon doesn't know that, but they have the
I was gonna say they have the ults to deal with this.
And here comes the
They can
showstopper.
And that's
dog.
gonna be
Yeah,
it.
they can
They
dog
open this
Brimalt.
wide
They can
up.
raise ult to go
And
in.
that means
Heal's
they
gonna
can start
go
to
in as
come
well.
Only Meteor is gonna
They're
be
dealing
ready
with
to
this
try to
really
deal with
well.
them. He's going to send the Boombot out, try to intercept some targets. But even then,
The Viper
Talon
will
could
just
have
straight up
banded this and
retake wall.
rotate back.
Quite a few teams do this, honestly. Depending on like what ults are up as well.
Instead, they're going to push past doors. Maybe a bit of a split push. 2 players on the site. And we've got a lot of utility
Mate,
to work
that's
with.
how I'm
Jason.
gonna 2-0
They've
this.
certainly got
Why
a
do they
lot.
look? I know I'm jumping to crazy
GenG can still
conclusions,
make this work. They've gotta
but they
be
look
very,
so
very
good right now in
careful.
comparison.
It's going to be one of the harder rounds, but it
Oops.
starts
Oh
to
no,
happen.
not like this.
Oh my God! That does take him out. And in what has been a back and
Oh
forth now,
god,
showstopper
5
ready.
HP does the
Meter at
ult.
5 HP.
Trying to buy some time, 20
Gonna come
seconds
down,
on
he
this.
fires a shot, doesn't connect.
Yeah, that one's
Picks off
backfired a
that,
little
and
bit.
It's going to be another Talon win.
Unbelievable.
And they won this
It's now
round.
7 to,
And
well,
GenG
6 to
put
4.
2 ults into an
Could be 7
eco.
to 4 soon here.
Man.
I mean, this is looking very bad.
GenG's
This is
highs are
around
crazy
buy-wise. I
highs,
think
but
it's
I'm
gonna
telling you,
be
their lows are
better for GenG.
really
Talon has
low.
had a real ability to
This
navigate
region
this
is
map.
wild,
Really able
I
to
swear.
thread that needle, able to get in there.
I think this
get
region
the
to
plan,
predict is
make,
by far the
straight
hardest.
push, and a lot of times just to win the straight up gunplay, duel out that they have over some of these entry points.
That's right. I mean, Talon are kind of just reading the fact that GenG are trying to find that initiative, but at times, because of how delayed Talon are being, how controlled they're being, GenG are being thrown off guard. We're back to
Do you think
kind of the
America's is
usual
harder? I
position
don't
where
even think
GenG
it's
are playing
close.
King up by B site. Bit of a toxic screen just to block off bench. But this just funnels Talon towards the A site, and they could very well go through drop, but zero information out by A main kind of blocks that.
Very quiet start here.
Yeah, I think America's is relatively easy.
Is waiting down
The only
here.
thing that happened in
He's gonna
America's
smoke
is
out Heaven.
overrate. Like I personally overrated Lev,
That still kind of gives it away.
and I personally
This could be a set play
underestimated
for Talon.
C9.
I was going to say, this
That's
kind of
pretty
gives
much
them
it.
actually maybe even easier entry, right?
That was like the
Considering
only thing
flash
that
out,
was
outnumbered they
that
are.
threw me off a little bit there.
Flash back in. Paint shells could push TS back. Ooh! He still finds a 1.
Maybe a
Meteor's
shot on the
still there,
side
just
there.
around the corner. Garnett's ready. Spike is now planted here. And he's going to try to push him all the way out here. So
Keep an eye on the luck that's been coming in.
Thunder come out.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
Deep lurk there
It's
from
so good.
Fox.
Now Foxes can just stay alive, and he knows that he's constantly going to be able to keep one here. Still has dog. They try and push map
Using the
control.
Trailblazer.
That's good
Further
info
information.
on the
They
last
go
two
there
that are
by
left.
main. Spike is
Got a
down.
lot
It's
of map
3-on-2.
control. We still have a Molly lineup.
This is going to be rough. Garnett is ready.
So
but he
Brim,
can't get a
Molly's
single
probably going
one.
to come in
Garnett
after that
picks him
kill.
off. Spike is sticking
They
faster.
tried
and
to body
faster.
block
There's the
it.
Molly set up to buy time, but the reaction there from
Oh,
Garnett
whoa,
is
you got a
so
Molly.
good.
You can relax.
And that's going to be enough. They'll actually
Okay.
be able to get that diffuse, right?
I don't think so. Wait, nah, he does have enough.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
he's got enough.
Yeah,
here.
I think
that
they
was
misplayed that.
VFX.
But talk about a nail biter
I mean, I
there.
say I think that
A little bit
they
under 2
misplayed that.
seconds
They
left.
really misplayed that.
And he gets it at the last
Like
second.
really badly misplayed
Clutch
that
play from
round.
GenG. Probably the best round they've had so far in the half.
I have to agree. This was won out by
He pretty much
pure
would
mechanical
have
skill
won the
thanks to
round by
Goddead
taking
and
his hands off the keyboard.
Nose tissue.
That's right. And his plugged up nostrils. There it is.
Oh, look at that face. I mean, if you think about it.
Kids all over the world now putting toilet paper in their nose, wondering why they're not getting better at Valorant.
It's not deep enough. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Yeah, coach not happy with that one.
Disclaimer.
But in terms of
Talon
the
actually had the right strategy. Fox big on the lurk. He's been doing that
I
for
like
a
the
long
pause.
time
I think
now,
it's fine.
flanking every
7-5
round.
is a lot better than
And he's able to catch a couple
than
of
a
players from
6-6,
GenG, even
obviously.
finding information. But if you recall, there was a rolling thunder that kind of didn't really hit anything. It
Why
just
is the
cleared
sky
the main
lurking
because
instead of the
that's where they
cipher?
thought
A lot of
GenG
it can
Both
literally
teams are
just be
playing around with the positions and switching it
who
up
you
so
expect.
much that it
Right,
kind of
it's
gets
like when you do
confusing
your
for both
research. So
sides.
say like
And
you're
GenG
you want
just
anti
waiting and kind of
anti-liquid,
playing off
right?
pure mechanics
I'm not saying
in
this is
order to
actually
win
how
out
they've been
these
playing
duels.
because they started the
Talon
season off a
getting
little bit
bit
differently.
overheated in
But
those
you
final
expect
moments,
Nats to
going
be
to
lurking, right? So
aim
in your
duel
notes you've got
and
Nats
push
is
GenG
lurking,
back.
and then
A
once
little
you
bit
see
unfortunate.
Nats with the pack and you see his util,
Now we get to
then a
see
lot
as
of the
this
time
game tied up
you'll
6-6.
comment, you'll
Talon's
say
got
like
a
Cypher's
pocket
here,
pad
so you
with
don't have to
7-5
worry about
either
the
way.
lurks. Then if
Literally
they start
can't be
throwing in
closer than
another
that.
person
It's
that's lurking,
such a
then that's
fun
another
start here
person that you
for
have to
Talon
look
and
out
GenG,
for.
and excited to see that
Right,
Talon
and then you
is
throw in
still
another
in the lead
agent
here.
and it's
The-
another
one of the
person,
teams that,
and then
you
it
know,
then
we
it just means
about
you're
2
looking
or
out for
3
loads
were
of
kinda saying,
stuff.
oh, maybe
So
they
so
are
mixing
the team
up
that we've
who
got.
is
They're
lurking
fighting back
is like
very well
great,
against, you know,
like
a team
really
that
really good.
as
Even
well
if you
in those
just throw it
first
in
couple
that
of
one
weeks
round,
looked
like throwing it
unstoppable.
in that one round is
Right.
just the one.
Not so great before.
It's like
whatever it is, maybe the
it's
pressure's
like
off
doing
now,
this.
they're
It's
trying
like
to do a
upping
little
on
bit better,
attack.
but
Or
conversely,
upping
I
on,
think about
it's
what
like
this
upping
means
on
for
attack or
GenG.
upping on defense
This
when
team
you
was
have a comp
supposed
that
to be
you don't expect an op
second.
to be on. Right, Meteor gets an op out super early.
far,
You've then got to expect an op every single time, just in case, because he's shown that he's willing to do it. Same thing with the lurks. Like the sky is now willing to lurk. Like they now need to be aware of that. So it's just constantly just throwing little things in that mean that the other team just have to constantly be thinking.
But it doesn't look like this time the sky is going to be pushable. Garnett's now takes Goddead out. allowing for the plant to happen over here on to B. We've got a 3-stack rapidly coming through the middle to try to come help and recover this king right now.
Okay, they get the plan again. After plan looks good. We got so much util. In terms of the delay, though, you've got Molly,
And also reading the fact
and
that
you got
Eco
Aftershock.
has Rolling Thunder, they completely evacuated the site. They're in position to shoot them down.
What was that?
Oh,
Rope acrobatics.
Yeah. All right.
Molly
Fox
goes
comes
in.
up,
it's a nice shot,
can't hit
though.
anything.
Breach damage has been used as well, so now they
Still
kind of
hanging
have the
back.
duel.
No defuse
But the
just
good
yet.
thing for them is no smokes
Not much
left on the
time left.
Omen,
This is gonna be it.
and they just have
Oh,
full
tries to
vision.
stick it. No
Really
way.
nicely done
Cruise
from
with that
Talon.
final
I'm
kill.
telling you, GenG
It's 7-5.
should be happy they got
Talon
5,
lead. We go into the second
because I
half.
think this could have been a
Talon
lot
on
worse.
the defense now, and GenG ready to
We'll
play
see how the
spike.
defense looks and how GenG's
Maybe
attack
not really
looks, but
anything that
yeah, Talon
anyone
looking.
expected. A 7-5
Talon kind of
first
come
half
out
on
swinging here.
GenG's map pick. But if you look at these rounds, again, it's just Talon reading how GenG are playing, recognizing that, all right, they're not really pushing or doing anything this round. Maybe they're just waiting on
Yeah,
the
and
site.
they were getting
So
sight
what
for.
we'll do is
They
to
were getting the
surprise
site for
them.
free
little
a
bit
lot
of
of
a
the time,
sudden peek
and
from
managing to
Garnett,
play
and
after
all of a
plan.
sudden, Goddead's gone.
Talon made
If
the
you remember,
brim
Goddead
look
off of
great.
that 4K round,
Like
he's
they
the
really
top
did.
fragger for GenG right now, maybe next to Meteor. And if
We'll
those
see how
guys
it
are
looks in
gone,
defense.
well, if those
Obviously,
guys are disabled,
this is where the
Talon
brim's a
basically
little
gets
bit
a free
worse
site.
on
And
defense.
then recognizing that the Rolling
Obviously,
Thunder
you got to
was
stay over
available for
towards
Eco,
spawn.
they
You can't
back
smoke
off, they put
around the
themselves
map
in a
depending
position
on
where
where
they
you
can
are.
catch GenG as they approach
So
Talon
it is
on a
always
retake.
is always on attack that it makes it look a
Let's
little bit
remember
better.
that
But
Talon did win that pistol round, right?
Talon is the most unpredictable team
Yeah,
in
they did,
partnership,
right?
mate.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
GenG won the
They might come out
That's right.
with a normal comp and looking great,
You know,
or they
let's
might
say
come out
Talon
with
could
triple
win there,
jewelers looking
and then actually,
horrendous.
however they want to play
You
round
just
two,
don't know
close
what-
that out. They
you
should
don't
be
know
in
what you're
pretty
gonna
healthy position, especially when you consider that we've already seen one half and they came out 7-5. They only need a couple more round wins to kind of pull ahead and get that.
I'm actually not
13.
sure, K Beta. I don't know what the don't know how they want to do it.
Again, they do have that double controller set up, and what I'm looking out for is Meteor, because he has to be the one to step up. Raze hasn't been too great before, but today it's looking good. If Goddead can support him, and if these double controllers can really sell fakes, pull out defaults that we've never seen before, just to confuse Talon. If they can break Jitboy's traps and
NA
find
games
the best
today, yeah.
entries, Talon might not know how to react.
They are roughly in 11,
we're almost
10
ready now to
10
hop
hours
into
from
that
now,
second half to
basically.
get this going. It is packed down here, by the way, at our studio. If you're watching from home, remember that you can come down here and watch these matches live in person.
That's right.
And I gotta say, it's one of the best stages in esports I've seen. It really looks incredible.
The music and everything. Our playoff tickets are on sale, Tasteless.
That's right. Don't miss out.
Well, for $19.99, I'm kidding. Okay.
Any interest in coaching any teams? Nah.
We're ready now to go.
I'm
into
like
the
really
second
happy
half
at the
here.
moment doing this.
Remember,
So
GenG currently
I don't think
top three
I don't see
teams
any
we've
change
got
happening
here
for a bit.
going against the team right at the bottom. Talon so far is in the lead. Could cause a massive upset as we go further on into the evening.
Oh my god. He's already spending his blast packs into the A site, into A main, not even A site.
Yeah, fighting to kind of not really.
This is a
make
nice
whole lot of
setup.
progress.
This is a disaster.
Talon with
Imagine
pretty good
walking into
control over
that.
here onto
Yeah,
Satellite,
nice. They had a
gets
good
two.
stun off this as well. Like that's actually how it should be. It should be just contact like this. It doesn't make sense that when GenG did this.
Oh,
Like
man.
this made sense. It
Gets
was
dropped in
off the
process.
contact of the double
Meteor
hit, and then you
ready.
stun the side once they.
Actually
But damn,
doesn't matter.
Talon
That's
look
gonna be
way
it.
better.
It's
What
gonna
a
be
nice
the
pistol
eighth
from
round
them.
win
I
here
love
for
this little
Talon.
higher lower setup with
Things are
Brim.
looking more and more dire here for
I thought that
GenG.
was sick.
We got the two pistol rounds.
High
for
lower
Talon.
setup,
At least
and
GenG
then they
got the
stun
spike down,
off of
but
it
man, oh
as
man,
well.
that
So
kind
it
of
gets
went all
everyone
sorts
that
of
falls
wrong for
back or
GenG.
decides
Really
to swing
unfortunate.
into the
They
area,
were setting up for
and
a
they
set
can
play to take control
push
over
forward
Dish, but Talon
if
were
they
just
want to
positioned
as well. It was a
completely
really good
avoid
pistol.
that paranoia from TS.
Yeah, the shutdown on Dish was pretty big. It made it so that even when they got in over to the A
It's
side,
2
it
and
didn't mean
0
they were gonna be able to
for
control it.
pistols at the moment because
And
Talon
I
won
mean,
first
that's
pistol
kind
and
of
then
where you
GenG
wanna
ecoed
see
them.
the
So
attention to these
nice pistols from
defensive
Talon.
positions from Talon, because at times they will push out. I'm expecting Fox to find flanks. as
Sunny
he's
C,
done so
thank you
before,
so much, dude.
and right now, they're just
Sunny.
holding these off-angle
Yeah, I
positions,
just have them
expecting
on for
GenG to
everyone,
go
but I
in.
only run them
Could be a linear duel
when
point
there's
bench. Yep.
Right, Pat already
like
starts
ads
it.
on.
God,
That's
that's
all you
gonna be the
miss.
next to peak.
And
Oh
a
my
second
God!
one.
Okay,
Fish in a barrel,
any more?
man. Oh,
It's gonna be feeding him on this one.
Only
Thank
3
you,
left
though.
now here
Thank you for the
GenG.
9 months, Sonny. I
Obviously
appreciate
a
you.
round that's
Spike is down.
so hard to play, right? But seems like it's only going to get worse. Patton takes out
He's
King.
stacking as well. He is.
Opened up
If he can get one
B-side,
more of
like,
these, or he can go get an orb, that's all into this big round.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna do that
it
much.
doesn't, yeah, it doesn't really
Talon,
help them.
They get to set this forward operating base.
Pen,
up
pen,
by
pen.
room
Thank you so
spawn,
much as well, mate.
Where the spike is.
They just have to cover the
3
spike.
months, appreciate you.
Meteor peeks into it.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, look
Yeah,
at Patty's
this is
just like, give me this.
Without any real
I beg
utility,
you, give
it's
me
hard
this.
for them to
He's gonna,
push
dude,
down and
I
try to
even think
reclaim
just
that.
give him one of
It's
these
just
guns
Meteor
and let
here
him
on the
hunt.
run, 26 HP. Likely to be 9 to 5 soon here.
Yeah, let him
That's
hunt.
it.
I count
Nicely done.
4.
Big all
Yeah.
into this bonus round. They got some okay guns with it. Everyone
That
stays
was
alive.
brutal.
Money's good.
Okay, so I think that
Important
Talon,
round for GenG,
excuse me,
and it
GenG,
might be
they
a little
have
bit
to
hard
win
against this
next round,
breach
or
ult.
I think they are going to start to lose control of the
This
second
breach
half.
ult is just so nice on this map. There's so much you can do.
Because the momentum's not on their side right now.
Go instant aggro if you want to at the beginning. You can leave a site for retake. Like this. It's one of the best ults to have. So let's see what they decide to do.
But their protocols just kind of seem a little bit off. First of all, Spike down and spawn. Nobody's really.
In terms of
carrying it.
GenG,
They like to aggress
sticking
to
as a
do
5-pass and
little
wanting to go fast arcade control.
It looks like we're going to have a heavy
And
stack.
yeah, so at the moment we have Dog, and then looking like they might use it aggro.
At least for now.
Yeah, Dog saw no one, so the potential to do it aggro if they wanted to. They could nade off it as well. They had the right people here.
He's gonna
And they have a lot
light
of
up.
space.
Gonna be here on the receiving
If
end.
Jit Boys can stay alive,
Oh, I think they saw him.
Yep, that's going to be it. They do
he
come
could have.
through.
I think
Cruz
both of these
does
should
an
have played this
job, but now
differently.
they're down 2. Uh-oh. And here we
Grimwald
go.
goes in.
Garnets is here, and he does find the target. The spike is not planted. It's still
Util was
in the
nice.
tube
Yeah,
for
they
the
stopped
time
the
being.
plant.
Yeah, they're sandwiched.
Lock him in heaven.
Flashed in, but they hold their ground.
Okay, that was a
So
crazy
GenG
round. It's
did
gonna be
good.
6 to
In my
9 there.
personal
But the
opinion
push in
here,
two
the
was
comms
wild.
were maybe a bit off from Talon.
Yeah, I
Either
mean,
the comms were off,
smart play by
or
GenG there. They
the
knew
people
that they
on
had to
site
have
played
the
wrong.
discipline to just
So what should
hold
be
down
happening here
up
is
by 2.
the
Talon's gonna push into us.
I
These
think
guys
Jit
are
Boy
hungry
should
for
literally
kills.
just be caging
All
somewhere
we
off
really need to do is
and
to
just
make
trying to
sure
stay
that they
alive.
don't get
This
them.
extra
Hold
this
these
extra push
angles,
through the
even
smoke,
with the
that one that we
we
just
don't
saw
have
shouldn't
to
be
make
happening.
much of,
And they should just be common that
so it's so
they should just
for
be trying to
GenG
delay
to
time
find
for
these
the
frags, and thankfully they got them.
Very important moment
breach
there.
ult. And it would have been fine even if
Finally
they had
starting to-
breached ult their teammate, in my
Fight
opinion.
back, actually take a win there.
So yeah,
Expensive rolling thunder
it was nicely handled from GenG.
Yeah, for sure.
And in terms
Wasn't a
of
bad
Talon,
idea necessarily,
they
but
did enough
not
damage to make
actually
this a
plan
massive
out.
swing round, right? That everyone that has a
Spike
circle
just,
can't buy.
Deposited over
But
here at the spawn.
yeah,
Looks like
I
they're
think
gonna try to find
I
a
think they
peak
could have
on
won
either
that.
side.
I think they could have won that one.
Seems like if they're going to find anything, it would be over here onto the B side, but I think Talon's being pretty smart and not overextending.
Don't have to. We don't have to show ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
If anything, actually, could you imagine the scenario whereby Talon takes the rope to the spawn and they see the spike on the ground? Talon's not going to do that without much information either, so...
They do send one back over here to A. It looks like Cruz is going to do that now. GenG, again, with a slow play here, it looks like this is going to be a push into A, but they've given enough time here for Talon to set up at least some way to kind of delay.
Cruz has 2
after the
smokes.
site.
That's right.
This is nice. Do they go through the smoke?
Opposite
Oh,
side of
it's
the map.
nice.
They're going to have to push through, so we smoke it off. We hold the angles.
Oh my
So
god, he did
crazy.
great. No one else has to really do anything. Garnets is going aggro though, and took. Yeah, that was nice though. I like that. At least they did something together, right? I was worried that he was making a bit of an individual play, but the fact that he shot and then his teammate went through the smoke, it worked out well.
They've got to go all the way out. He does get the blind off. Fox is going to pull away, but it's beautifully done.
Man,
That's going to be it.
Talon look great.
Talon. Very impressive game. The fact
Yeah,
that
they
were
look
able to
so
maroon
good
that
right now.
spike out
They
there
look
made the seizure of the A
they
site
just look.
basically a disadvantage.
It
They
just
had to then
looks
try to come
good.
in there and reclaim it.
Everything's
Really good
together.
synergy here from Talon.
Everyone's doing their
This
bits.
is
The
Talon we
util's
had
good.
seen,
The teamwork's good.
prior
They're
to
playing
the
off of
BCG
each other.
Pacific that we were
This
kind
was
of
really
expecting
nice
to
from
play
Cruz,
so well, and
but
they
his
had a
util was great.
lackluster showing, but who cares about what they did before? Right now, they're playing amazingly.
I have to agree.
Yeah, they are
If you
playing
look
amazing,
at
it's true.
Fox, he might be not the top fragger right now, but he's getting us so much information for the team. All of these birds.
Why
the
did they
guiding light
stop?
actually gets so
Why
much
did they
information
start
by
the beginning of
bridge.
their
He
season?
calls it clear.
It's
He
so
knows they're kind of
wild.
pushing up by A main or maybe tree. and Talon just reacting kind.
So yeah, that was money. That was the big swing round that we were talking about. Talon looking good to take this one. Oh, nice flash.
What?
Wow, okay. Yeah, really on top of that one, using all into this, trying to keep it clean, trying to make sure that they can win this as cleanly as possible, get the money as high as possible, because it's not good here. So.
What is happening? Huge moment here. GenG up against the ropes right now.
Oh no. I don't like this, Nick.
Okay, they're gonna try to come in now.
Oh, Pat.
Pushes out. It's gonna be a trade. God did here with just the Marshall.
He's been a
He
hero
actually
before.
wins him. Not just the bird, actually the
Yeah,
player.
he did some damage.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Cruz, who's been absolutely delivering.
At least for GenG, they did a lot of damage, so money is still low. So yeah, with this timeout, it makes a lot of sense. It still is another swing round, so they still kept the money low. So.
The synergy has been improved upon so much for this team. They looked terrible the first few weeks, but now so much better.
Looks like Talon are giving up on the 6-person roster. Yeah, it does look a bit like that. It looks like Sushi is just full-time 6th, not actually playing any maps at the moment. And honestly, again, I'm just I think that's just the way to play. From what I can see, is the assistant coaches can do enough if you put them in. So I think the 6-person roster, you don't need to do it. I think you don't have to do it.
Welcome to all you guys. Thanks for coming out. And you at home can come out.
Yeah.
Maybe you just got to leave your house. Maybe you got to get a passport and get an airplane. Either way, no excuses. Get down to our studio. You're going to love watching some Valorant in person.
Oh my God.
The audience has been hype. We, by the way, haven't had that many timeouts.
No. I mean, they did spend 2 so far in the first half. GenG just recently called one. Talent doesn't need to, not yet.
Yeah, there's no point so far. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
And again, it's just how they play off of Fox's information. Just not really overextending too much, like you mentioned before, Tasteless. GenG, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they really need to fix it. Next map's going to be Talon's map pick as well, so now just playing a little bit slow and careful.
All right.
Off the timeout, maybe Bile gave them some kind of a strategy to execute, but again, same protocol. Talon's going to get information out by bridge. They know they're not there. So we
Yeah, I have no idea who they are. Outside of gaming, I don't know who people are, man.
Combed that part of the map. Now they're ready to receive over here. King does get the first pick on a pad.
Oh, man.
Cruz is gone. Two
That's
players
nice,
you'd love
man.
to get rid of early on if you're GenG. The spike is not. Oh, there. Yeah, shoots Curtis right off the zip line. This is already looking like a GenG win. Let's see what more damage Fox and Jip Boys can do.
Yeah, this one went downhill fast. Nice shots hit overhead though. And GenG needed this. Looks like we might get a game, but the thing is they need to, for this to be on, they need to win this round, keeping everyone that's alive now. And they need to win the next, kind of doing the same. In terms of use the orcs, but keep a lot of people alive so they actually have some money to mess up.
So just trying to find whatever frag he can. Peek onto the other side, finds God dead, but behind him as well.
Yeah, that's going to be it. Very, very impossible position here for Jip Boys. GenG takes a round win at last. Yes, but they are hurting. Finish line is in sight here for Talon. Question is, how do they get those 2 additional wins? They're going to have a pretty big cushion to rest on here, you know.
Big old cushion of 4 rounds.
They can drop a couple there and then squeak out a win or 2 there at the very end. But I think if there was a team that could clutch this, yes, GenG would certainly be one of them.
Have to agree with that. Talon might have the momentum, but GenG has 4 ultimates this round. Talon without the firepower. GenG are going to explore, take control over the other side of the map.
He's here so fast with this.
Getting the heads up duel.
Yeah. Party not ready. Talon decided to go for their normal. I say normal, but what they were doing all the time at lock-in, getting underpass control. And yeah, it doesn't pay off in this one, but It's okay.
Jip Boys has the camera
Eco.
up here as well. Oh, you seen it?
Ooh, he saw that haircut.
GenG needs to keep this
Snapshot.
clean.
Knows
Though.
that's Viper.
Caught in 4K. Giving it all bombastic side eye.
So now we got to see is GenG actually going to commit on to A or not. They're certainly ready to be intercepted if they try to drop down. That's been smoked out.
Wow.
And so GenG really erring on the side of caution. I mean, I can't say that I
Very,
blame
very
him. They're going to go seesaw back over here. But there's a push coming right now from Cruz. Well, there was. He was just killed off.
It is a Southeast Asian team, Talon. So GenG, knowing that they would probably peak at some point, waited, got a couple of picks. Now they know that B is completely clear. We're paranoid just to make sure. We'll be able to get the spike down, and Talon, no chance of retaking this. Or really slim chances.
Yeah, it's probably not happening. But I think the reality is this is also in some ways a little bit of a throwaway round, right? I mean, it's not one that is going to be hinged on them taking
This,
a snap at this point in time. And certainly a round that we needed to see GenG win. They're going to win in a commanding performance,
I mean, yeah,
not dropping
I think it's
a single
on.
player, not losing a single gun. Unless Jip Boys gets a kill here.
Especially if there's no deaths
know.
here. Money gets great, 3,000 for everyone. They got all the ults,
This would
so they
be
can overwhelm, win the
a
next
big
round.
morale boost.
Then they have to
Five
eco
ultimates, so
again.
God, that almost came close.
Then they just got to win one more buy round.
Just
Yeah, I
pause
mean,
now. He's stunned.
Sure.
This is going to end quietly here. Round 19 is going to go to GenG. It's going to be 8-11. The game of catch-up continues on here for GenG.
Game that they really need to keep playing.
And they should be able to
yeah.
pull together another win here.
Chat, if you want it, new emotes there.
They've got a
what
lot
I'm
to
looking
work with,
for.
man.
New
Yeah.
emote
We
is
have
out.
the ultimates. We need to make a big execute. Switch up the pace a little because GenG has been really careful in the past few rounds.
Tired?
And
Yeah, a
Talon,
little bit, man.
Sometimes
bit
they play
tired.
into that. Sometimes they peek into GenG. Other times they might just be a little bit safe. So I think it's up to Talon to actually make a read here. And that's something that they could be setting up for. Look at how many players are on the B site.
Take them.
Now, I think when they use those ultis, they need to be sure not to end up double or tripling them up unless it's going to be a guaranteed win. You can also overspend and then, deny yourself opportunities in later
massive
rounds.
round,
You really have
especially
to
for
play the
Talon,
perfect combination
especially
of
for
rounds
GenG.
to exit here.
Just
I mean,
in
even one more
general,
win from
big
Talon,
round.
it's gonna be
Going to
all
be a
about
lot of
overtime
ult used
then.
into this. It's really impactful.
Garnett's is ready with the operator here.
GenG know if they can win this and they can get a lot of kills, get over towards site, then there
Garnett's
is.
with a
Oh
wide
boy.
peek.
Yeah, they have
Good
no
forward.
idea.
Now he drops
No
TS.
idea
TS
that
is
the op.
ultimate not, important
The first
at a
time we
moment
brought
like
it
this.
out,
Doesn't get the next
that
kill.
was
The
nice.
showstopper is
I
here
like
to
that they
execute him.
ulted to trying to take the site here as well.
Gives GenG
This was
the
good. Made
site,
sure that we
pops
saw
the
no
freeze.
ults in
Long
return.
enough
He had
for
Razor
this one
right
to
on
go
site.
down. Easy. Two ultimates used
Garnet did.
now, but Pat
So I think
finding
that
his
was really
frag.
strong.
All right, so we've got the Viper's Pit basically clogging up entry over here. It's going to be
Saw
parsed
two.
through here by Talon, who still is in high numbers. We've got a lot of injured GenG players. Meteor gets the kill.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold up. Oh my god, it's just one.
I mean,
Cruz
he
and Pat,
can't,
they're gonna go for the
he can't
defuse.
stop the defuse.
I don't think he can get over there in time to
No.
deny this. He's going to stick it.
Damn.
And that's going to be the 12th round win.
And
Huge play there by Talon.
it was
navigating that Viper's
4 of
Pit
them?
so nicely.
Just again.
Yeah.
I am
4 of the
stunned,
ults.
tasteless.
They couldn't
GenG
win
had
it.
everything going
Talon
right
managed to
on
win that round
paper,
out,
in the
and yeah,
books.
with that, that's
You
crazy.
had the Viper's Pit.
Didn't expect
Players
the
were
op
positioned around there. Meteor
as
actually
well.
got a frag
Their
off,
reaction
but
to the op was really
everyone else
good,
just kind of dropped
but,
apart. They completely backed away from it, allowing for the
Yeah,
Viper's
those
Pit
2
to
kills
drop.
there.
Talon just pushed in at the right time.
Jip
and
Boys
having
has
the
had a
roll
lot
thunder
of
really
impact.
gave them big
It's had a
boost
lot of
in
like
that
a
retake.
lot of impactful kills.
GenG, one loss
It's a
away
really
from
big round.
suffering humiliation. Unless they can win every round out and force us to overtime, they
Okay,
can start.
goes back the other way.
Takes
No, they
Cruz
don't
out.
expect this op. 4 chances to close this one out for Talon. This one might be a little bit hard.
Garnett's is still lurking here with the operator.
Losing a smoker at the
Kind of a
beginning,
funny angle
it's
being
not
Pia.
ideal.
You certainly wouldn't expect this. They flash, so he's gonna
Garnet's on his own, but he can get this kill and ult.
God, big play. Pops over to the other side, 9 HP.
Sure, manages to get out.
That was
Foxes
so
does
impressive.
have heal, and they insta dog, but
Yeah.
they should know that they're grouping to heal now, so they could try and take some map
Crazy
control if they wanted to.
They are going to go ahead and try to scout. They're going to confirm the Jip Boys is up in tube, and they're going to go for it. They're going to YOLO it into B.
Oh,
I assume Rolling Thunder is going to be inbound here.
The Skybird, nah, it's you can't shoot it anymore.
Garnet's is just waiting for the right time. He has the retake in play. Oh, and then the
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
perfect peeks coming out.
And they
of
can
Talon.
stay alive.
Worse.
One enemy remaining.
That's it.
Whoa, okay.
It's just going to be TS remaining here.
30
Garnet's with
seconds.
Garnet's is low
6
though. And it doesn't
that
matter.
is it.
Dude,
GG
Talon looks
Talon
really good in
takes
this.
map 1 here versus GenG.
They look really,
13
really
to
good in
8.
this one.